Happy Monday, Inspire Beauty. It's April, and I have another month planned of guest speakers. It has been a big goal of mine this year to not talk to you as much. Not because I don't love you. I would talk to you every week, like literally every Monday. But I also know that we learn best. I'm not so big on myself that I don't understand the concept of like, we learn best from other people too, right? Like when someone says something, even if they just say it in a slightly different way, sometimes you just grab a hold of that. Or when we hear another coach's story said in just the right moment, in just the right way, and it hits us, it's powerful. And so my goal is to only speak once a month, truly. And so far, I feel like I'm doing pretty well. But we've got a lot of really great guest speakers in the month of April. Couple other announcements, though, as we're starting a new month. Number one, New Coach University kicks off. Kristen is going to be tag teaming with me this month. I'm super excited for that. And so we're going to be kicking off that pod and all the training for it. Truly tomorrow is the call, the kickoff call, but we'll be making the pod on Friday this week and then kicking off training for the next 2 weeks. So ideally, we'd like to get our new coaches or newer coaches on the call. I put an announcement about that on the team page just like an hour ago. So check that out and tag any new or newer coaches that you feel like would want to get in on this. And if you're somebody who you're like, I'm stuck. I need like a do-over. I want to hit reset on my business. Or you know anybody that does want to, this is a great opportunity for that. So that's tomorrow, followed after that, you guys. So that's at 5:30 Central, followed directly by a power hour. But guess what? It's Taco Tuesday themed. So y'all better bring some tacos, margaritas, sparkling lime, whatever you want to do, like topo, whatever you need to do, right? But that's the theme tomorrow. So you better come and have some fun with us. We wanted to do a little theme fiesta because of the reset and not being able to have that for 21 days. So speaking of reset, congrats and kudos to everybody who is finishing it, wrapping that up, sending out those transformation pictures onto the interwebs. You guys cheer on your fellow teammates. That's not a small accomplishment when those posts go out. The Ultimate Reset is a beast, and I'm so grateful that our team got to do it together this go around, because truly I've never seen so many people have success with it. I've seen a lot of people start it and try to do it by themselves. Power in community, you guys. It's just a testament to what this community can do, right? And it's just been so fun. Also this Wednesday, we have a pop-up call. A lot of you guys are excited and opting in for the Success Club trip for 2022. You worked to earn it during 2021. And then the trip is actually in 2022. A lot of you guys are really curious about that. And even if this 2022 trip can't manifest itself, you want to definitely make sure that in 2021, you're working so that when 2022 hits and they're already planning the 2023 Success Club trip, that you're like, I got this. I'm already on the leaderboard. I'm already ready to register, right? And so on Wednesday, we're going to be talking about that. I actually pushed that call to 5 p.m. Central since it is a pop-up call. It's an hour earlier than most of these calls happen. So just mark your calendar if you can make that call. I will record it if you cannot. Also this week, it's a huge week. If you haven't noticed, also this week, Saturday is Super Weekend. It kicks off at 8 a.m. Central Time with our book club. If you're not reading Come Matter Here, you can still join in the conversation and be around the fire with us. So you're allowed to get on book club even if you haven't read the chapter. Spoiler alert. So you can get on book club with us starting at 8 a.m. At 9 a.m. is going to be Rise and Energize. So we'll just take 30 minutes to make sure we've got our Energize all scooped and shaken and drank and just chit chat and see how everybody's doing. And then 9:30 we'll kick off a team workout. Beachbody says that at 11 a.m. they're only going to be speaking for 90 minutes. So I don't know, last time it was a lot longer than 90 minutes, but it does say in the FAQ that it's 90 minutes. And following afterwards, there's going to be a special Shaun T Let's Get Up workout at the end of Super Weekend. So if you're really wanting to do his Super Weekend workout, this will not be in the recording. There will be a recording of the Beachbody 90-minute message that will go up probably onto the Champions page or somewhere like that. The workout will not be attached to that. Okay, so just FYI. It truly, for me, is going to depend on how long they go with the corporate announcement, because we do have plans later in the day. So I will be up in the air on if I'm staying on with that Shaun T extra workout. I hope so. But that'll be TBD from me, but it'll be on Zoom link. The event page is on our team page. Okay. One last really fun announcement is that mark your calendars for July 14 through 16. That's when our Beachbody Summit is, and it was supposed to be live in person, and they made it virtual again this year. But we said, heck no way, Jose, we can't do another year virtually. So we're actually having a big team-wide freaking party here in Dallas. So we've got a lot of stuff in the works for that, and just getting everything T's dotted, I's crossed. No, that's not right. I's dotted, T's crossed. You know what I mean? And just trying to make this really, really special for everybody. There will be virtual opportunities to attend certain parts of the summit with us if you can't travel to Dallas or you don't feel comfortable doing that. So there will be certain things like that, but being face-to-face here with one another in our home, we just want to welcome you guys into that. And the leaders on this team, we are just super excited to plan all the fun things. So already start trying to like call, figure out work and look at flights and start doing those things if that's on your radar. It's so fun, and you don't have to work this business to be invited. Like, this is literally, you're a teammate, you're invited to Summit. Okay, one last announcement, I swear, but I did want to share my screen for this one. Let me share right here. So the Take Action Challenge, I posted about that this weekend, and Beachbody has posed this for the next 3 months. It's a 12-week period, and they're awarding over 2,000 prizes. And some of these prizes are cash money, y'all. Some of them are 4-night stays at the resorts that these Success Club trips are at, the Riviera Maya. That's where we were supposed to be this year, but that's actually where Charlie and I have gone before with the Beachbody Success Club trip. Apparel they're giving away. They're giving away private virtual workouts with super trainers. They're giving away team calls with Carl Deichler, our CEO. And Beachbody is really they're merging to work with MyX Fitness and start to figure out the workings of how we can have spin classes part of Beachbody On Demand, right? So cool. And so they're kind of partnering these companies and pairing together. And so they're also giving away regional winners of MyX Fitness bikes. Pretty stinking cool. And if you're in an area where you can't receive that, if it's a region you can't, they will give the monetary value for that. So pretty awesome incentives to work your business, if you ask me. And here's how you get entries. Every week they're going to be, raffling off new prizes, but every day you need to do a couple things. Every day you complete at least 50% of your daily business activity tracker gets you 1 entry. Every 10 bod group invitations over the next 12 weeks will give you another entry. And every new person that you add into your bod group gets you an entry. So like, just the last few days, I've added 4 new people into my bod group. That's 4 entries right there. So this is all the incentive to like, not just do the activities and do the things, but also get the people into our doors, into our boot camps and getting results, and just a fun incentive for that. So I wanted to peep over into the back office. When I switch, can you guys see this? When I switch the screen to Coach Office, cool. So I logged in coach.teambeachbody.com. And here I am in my Coach Online office. And this is where you find the digital tracker. So you're going to go under Grow My Business, Daily Activity Tracker. It's going to buffer for a second. And then it should pop up your Daily Success Club Business Activity Tracker. And here we are at Monday, April 5th. And you can see I already checked that I worked out and drank my shake. Over here, I can add that I invited some people. I did some connections. I responded. Okay, cool. I haven't really done many follow-ups today. It's not really a day for that for me. So it's all good. I don't have to do every single thing every single day, but I did all my getting people results category. I did my personal development. So look, here I am on Monday, 99% of my tracker done. And you can see from the week, I've gone back. Thursday, I had 76. So every time you have more than 50% checked off in the back office, they'll give you an entry. So this is an entry. Friday was an entry. Saturday was an entry. Sundays, I don't really work my business, but I just updated that I, made my posts, my Facebook stories and Instagram stories, and I did some personal development yesterday. So I just updated that, but there wasn't really a workout for me or anything. So I didn't get an entry for Sunday, but you can see that all these others count for entries. Okay. So this is really great. And you guys, I'm very used to, if you know me, if you hung around me long enough, you know, I love my tracker spiral bound, right? Like this, and I've got it paper. And I'm sure if you've hung around long enough, you've got yours like this too. And if you haven't yet, print off your trackers and go get them spiral bound. But you'll notice at the top of my tracker, I put take action, digital challenge, track in COO, Coach Online Office. And I put myself a little sticky note here on my tracker so that every day I remember, once I'm done checking off here, I can go into the office and the coach back office and just update it here digitally so that I can get added into this take action challenge, because it's really fun. Okay. So just wanted to show you guys that really quick as part of announcements, just because I know, especially if you're newer or if you haven't really peeped at this, this is a newer part of our back office. I wanted to make sure that you knew how to find that. So let me actually get to the meat and potatoes of what we're doing tonight. Those were my announcements. Tonight, my friends, we're going to talk about the program Let's Get Up. We are going to definitely talk about that. But before we do that, we are in a new quarter, Q2, and the first quarter of the year is already gone. And I love this idea, especially with Let's Get Up launching. They're talking about joy. They're talking about bringing joy back into, your fitness and things like that. And so my whole theme and the thing that keeps, going through my mind when I'm talking about what I have to offer as a coach and what we have to offer as coaches is that we have the potential to bring joy back into someone else's journey. But the cool thing is we actually have the opportunity to bring the joy back into our journey first, right? It starts with me. And so my whole theme through this is bringing the joy back into your journey. I can sense, I've been in this business 7+ years or so, and it's not even the business so much, but I feel like I have a gift, and the gift that I have is kind of reading people when they're not doing well, when they're doing well. I think I have a gift of that. And this business especially, I know when a coach is struggling. I don't need a coach to tell me they're struggling. I can tell you they're struggling. I can tell you they're struggling because they're not on here right now. Number one, that's a key indicator to me that somebody is pulling away from the community. So when I stop seeing their face on things like team calls, when I stop hearing their voice in our message threads, when I stop seeing them showing up in our bod groups, when I don't see their face watching my story, but I also don't see their stories very active, right? When I don't see them on Win the Morning, it's when we pull back from the community that I can tell something's wrong. That is a big red flag for me. And I don't need anybody to tell me, I don't need somebody to physically tell me what's bothering them to know that something is bothering them, right? And I think it's important, right, that we realize at any moment in time, we don't have to be victims of our realities and of our circumstances. That any moment in time, we can kind of hit the pause and say, something's not working. I've got to course correct. You know what I mean? And ultimately, the best course correction is to get back on what lit you up in the first place, to get back into your journey and bring that joy back. I've never witnessed, in 7 years, I've never witnessed a coach leave our team and go on to conquer their wildest dreams. And it's not because I don't want them to. That's not it. I would love for someone to quit this team, quit Beachbody, say, this didn't work for me. I hate the community, screw Brit. And I'd love to see them go on and be the first woman president, if that was what they wanted to do. I'd love to see that. But what tends to happen is when we retreat back and we say, this isn't for me, or I tried this, or, whatever that thing is, when we start telling ourselves this story, nothing good ever comes of that. We simply retreat back to the place that we were when we first started, which was a miserable place because you wanted out of it, right? And so today I wanted to pause and take a second before we even look at a new program and all the things. And I wanted to realign ourselves. We are at a new quarter. So it's a great time to kind of pause and say, what did I do so far this year? And where else, what do I need to do? And where do I want to go? To give ourselves some direction. A lot of times we say wash, rinse, repeat. And I think that it's so funny that we're talking about Shaun T tonight, because Shaun T is the creator of insanity. And I believe the definition of insanity would also be to wash, rinse, and repeat doing the same things and never get any different results, right? Isn't that the definition of insanity? To do the same thing over and over again and expect different results. There's a quote, I actually have it behind me on this thing that says, change your thoughts and you'll change your world. And I would take it a step further. I'd say change your actions and you'll change your world, right? Just changing what we're thinking about doesn't change anything. We have to actually change what we're doing. And so tonight we've washed, we've rinsed. Now we're going to reflect and adjust before we go into another quarter, because I don't want you to just keep doing the same things that aren't working, right? So we're going to put some pen to paper. I hope you have a little journal or a notebook in front of you right now, or at least a notepad on your phone out. But I want you to take a second. I want you to write down, what are some goals or metrics in the first quarter of 2021 that you met or moved forward towards? What did you achieve? And don't be shy. Do not dim yourself in this space. Don't dim yourself in this space, y'all. That's a different circle. This circle, we don't do that. I want you to think about your personal health and wellness journey. Think about rank. Think about your team growth. Have you grown in your team, or even just yourself as a leader in the way you present yourself or present information to your team? Success Club points. Team Cup. Reflect back on February. I know so many of you guys had an incredible February. Think personal development. Actions that you've taken, maybe that stretched you out of your comfort zone, all of the above, right? Like the list could continue to go on. But remember, forward motion is forward motion. So, and there's no apologizing. There's no like, oh, I only do not use that word with me or Autumn Calabrese. We will both slap you in the face. I think she says that in 9 Week Control Freak. But take a second. What have you met? What have you done? Think about programs you've completed. Think about your boot camps that you've hosted or free groups that you've offered. Think about the way you were showing up on your stories and social media, maybe before the new year versus now. Is there a difference? As you're writing that out, what are some goals and metrics in the first quarter that you didn't meet, or that you feel like you fell short on, that maybe you were working towards and it just didn't pan out? Take a second and write that out. Now, as we're writing this out, maybe you're sitting here and you're like, well, I don't really know what I move forward on. I mean, I can pat myself on the back for this and I'm proud of this. And I don't, I don't really know what I didn't meet or fell short on because I didn't actually have somewhere that I was going. So if you didn't have a clear 2021 focus for yourself, I want you to take a second and I want you to think and envision what would help you feel like 2021 was a success for you in your coaching business. What goals would you ideally love to meet before the year is up? And I want you to hear me on this real quick before you start writing, because this is important. I know it's really easy to limit ourselves. I know it's really easy to tell ourselves what we believe we're capable of and what we believe we're not capable of. Because your experience, maybe you're telling yourself right now, well, maybe I could be an Emerald coach by the end of the year, and maybe at some point I could start a bod group. But like, you could do that this week. Like, let's be real, right? You really could do something like that this week. So I don't want you to base your goals for 2021 on like the minimum baseline, because if you shoot for the minimum, you're not going to hit it. You're always going to fall short of where you're shooting. So I want you to shoot for something that would truly, when the ball drops and we sit here in 9 more months and we do this sort of thing for a brand new year, you're going to say, hot dang, I did it. I am so proud of myself. And now I've opened up a new experience that shows me newfound potential. So I don't want you to dim yourself. What's the thing that would make you feel like you were a success this year, even if it feels really impossible in this moment? Okay, and then because of time, just if you're journaling this, you can always come back to some of these things, right? What are you committed to doing in this second quarter? So 3 more months, right? April, May, June. What are you committed to doing in this next little block of time to move you closer to that vision? What actions need to be taken that make sense with the goal or goals you've chosen? Okay, so let me break this down. If you're telling me a goal of achieving, let's say diamond is your goal right now. That's the next big scary goal for you, is achieving diamond before the year is up. Well, what actions need to be taken that make sense with that? Talking more about coaching, inviting people to the team, right? Leveling up your leadership skills, leveling up your onboarding process and helping new coaches get started right. Maybe hosting your own coach sneak peeks. Maybe it's, think through actions that align with the goals. If your goal is to earn an extra $500 a month, well, that looks like maybe you need to invite more people to your boot camp, right? Get more people in the door so that you can earn that money each month. So make sure your actions align with that. And then think really quick too. I want you to do a little start, stop, keep inventory. What are some things you need to start doing? So what actions make sense? What should you start doing? What should you stop doing? Maybe it's mindless scrolling. Maybe it's comparing yourself. Maybe it's watching what other coaches are doing too much and it paralyzes you. I don't know. I'm just speaking from the top of my head. These are just my, what do you call them? In the closet? not elephants in the closet, ghosts in the closet. And what do you need to keep? What's working for you? What should you keep doing? So make sure you're jotting those things down. Skeletons. That's, thank you, Annie. I knew elephant sounded right, but I knew that wasn't right. Skeleton. I'm going to hit stop on the share really quick because we're going to kind of wrap this part up and then we'll get into all the let's get up goodies. So you guys continue to workshop this for yourself, right? If you were saying that your big goal, let's just go back to diamond. Let's say that's your big goal for the end of the year. What are you committed to doing in Q2? It doesn't have to be like, I'm going to add 17 coaches, right? It's like, no, like bite size so that the big goal will manifest itself by the very end, right? Back to this experience versus potential. Your experience in life so far has taught you what you believe about yourself. Okay. But every single one of you is capable of your wildest goals. And while I'm saying this, please do me a favor and answer question number 3 in the chat. What would help you feel like 2021 is a success for you in your business? Drop it in the chat. I want to see them. I want your teammates to see them because this is how we help each other and support each other, right? When we feel like it's not happening. I'm going to tell you mine out loud. So achieving 5-star and getting that invite to attend leadership, like hot dang, that would make me feel like this year is a success. That would feel like success to me. Elite would feel like success to me. And, you know, I'm going to be honest with you guys. We need one coach to go 4-star. Like, we're so stinging close. So 5-star is not even like impossible, right? And so I'm like, man, like why the heck not? And so I have to put that in the forefront of my mind that why the heck not, you know? And then tell you guys so that you can rally with me and help push when we're all pushing. Same way right now, I can read all of yours and rally with you. Katie's account to diamond. Yes. 1-star SC at least 8 months, hitting diamond, achieving diamond, diamond. Look at how many people want to be diamond this year, you guys. Like, why not just freaking run together? How cool would that be? Yes, Tracy. I love it. 4-star. I puked for you. I love it. It's so good. I love it. I just had a little vomit for you because I know now I gotta help you hit 4-star. This is good. I love it. This is awesome. Yeah, that's so cool. I love it. And this is the other thing, you guys, everybody on this team and in the network in general, think about it. When you say diamond and you're like, but I don't know, like raise your hand if you don't know if you can hit the goal you said. Okay. Raise your hand if you've seen someone else hit the goal you've said. So it's possible, right? Yeah. So I think that's what we got to remind ourselves. Like even myself, when I'm like, oh man, how do I do that? How do I do elite? And how do I do 5-star? And how do I get invited to leadership? Well, I've seen plenty of freaking coaches do it and every year I watch them. So why not just go with them, you know? But the cop out is when we dim ourselves. Yeah. When we dim ourselves, because at some point your goal that you're writing out right now will be tested. And as I was even writing down, what would help you feel like 2021 was a success? And I wrote that, I thought to myself, and if you don't hit it, what will you do? Right? So if 2021 success is based off of Kelly hitting 1-star diamond, but then she doesn't maybe hit 1-star diamond, but she gets real close, but she doesn't actually hit it, does that mean it wasn't a success? No. Right? But this is just that vision. That's that benchmark. That's that pull of direction. So we know where we're going. And it is just proof that maybe not yet. Right? So let's not dim ourselves. Let's keep pushing. I love these one-on-ones this week. If you are having a one-on-one with me on Wednesday, we're going to be talking all about everything that you just wrote out. I want to hear about it. Cool. Okay, let's talk about Let's Get Up. So real quick, program overview, you guys. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because there are trainings for this, and Truthfully, everything I got on this is in the back office. So hopefully, there's not too many intricacies also with this program. So I don't need to spend a lot of time. Like with 9-week control freak, there were just a lot of intricacies of new stuff. This isn't really like that. But Shanti created this, you guys, with one goal in mind. And I want you to really soak this in, because this is how you market. This is how you talk to people. This is how you build excitement about it, is wrapping yourself around the goal. What is the goal that he had? It's to make this the best or greatest 30 minutes of your day. That's pretty cool, right? Like, I want people to wake up and be excited that they're about to do 30 minutes of their day that might be the best thing they did all day long, right? It's a 30-day program, and there will be a calendar and everything with it, right? It's dance conditioning, and it turns every workout basically into a celebration of self-confidence, body positivity, and joy. So really hone in on that. Every workout is a celebration of self-confidence, body positivity, and joy. How can you start talking about that right now? Even in your prep calendar, and you do a prep workout for Let's Get Up, how can you take that prep workout and turn it into a celebration of self-confidence, body positivity, and joy? So even now, before that program's even out, you can already start talking about the foundation, about turning our workouts into those celebrations. Yeah. 6 workouts a week. Each workout is about 30-35 minutes a day. And you get 4 dance workouts. And in the dance workout, there's an insanity spike. So there are like big hit cardio moments where he's going to bring a little insanity flavor into the mix. And then at the very end of the dance workouts, they have what are called performance moments. And it's basically for social media sharing purposes. So it's for you to make your story. It's for you to make your reel. It's for you to make a little video of the choreography of the combination that you learned that day in the dance workout, and make it something that you can put on social media that piques curiosity for people, okay? You also have 2 dumbbell resistance workouts each week, and those are set to rhythm. So if you have people who loved MM100, if you loved MM100, if you have people that loved MBF, MBFA, if you loved MBF, MBFA, if you loved that, the idea of having the music and the rhythm and the beat kind of move your, or I'm sorry, motivate your movement, then you're going to like this. Okay. It's really easy. And so one of the things I also said at the beginning was we tell ourselves what we are and we tell ourselves what we're not based on our experience. And so you might be sitting here today saying, well, I'm not a dancer. I loved the National Wake Up Call this morning because she really honed in on the fact that if you're sitting on this call with me right now, you probably are wanting to coach other people on their journey, right? Everybody on this call, it's a common theme. We all want to help someone else. And because of that, we begin to have a responsibility where every program, regardless if you feel like it's for you or not, becomes a responsibility to understand it and know it so that you can share it with other people. I'm telling you guys, there is, and I swear this, I was thinking about this earlier and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's actually true. I can actually say that. 7+ years in this business, there's not a single workout that has come out that I haven't purchased and at least attempted. Most every single workout that's come out, I've done from start to finish at least once when it first came out. And why? Because it's my JOB to know these workouts. You know why? Because the best script I could ever give you is your own personal story. Today, somebody asked me about collagen and I could talk to them about my experience with collagen because I've had collagen. Right? And when somebody asks me about Let's Get Up, I'll be able to tell them a year from now about my experience with Let's Get Up because I'm going to do it. So if you're on the fence and you're like, well, I don't know if I want to do it, drop the ego. Yes, you should do it because you want to coach others. Yes. Well, if you want to coach others, you need to understand our library. And we understand our library by actually doing and committing to the programs, right? And so I'm telling you this straight from my heart because not every program have I loved, right? Like I've told you guys that I bought Bar Blend and it just wasn't the right timing for me. And I actually started it, but I never did it start to finish, like as a test group, right? But I was on board with it so that I had the toolbox to share with other people, right? Same thing with any Tony Horton workout, honestly, that's ever come out. He's not my cup of tea. And so when, what is that stupid one? Double Time, the one with the kids. And See, this is how much I don't love him. When Double Time came out, you guys, I still got Double Time. Did I have a kid? No. Did I love Tony? No. Do you know what I did Double Time with? My dog. I made Frankie like pose for pictures and like videos, and we literally did Double Time together. Like that's just what it is. So have fun with this. Get excited about something new and a fresh energy. And it just might surprise you. That's what I want you to be open to. Are you surprisable? Are you open to being surprised? Right? So I'm going to talk you through a little 3-step launch plan. And you're already like in step 1 through and through. So you can already be like, yay, I'm already doing it. This is amazing. Step 1 is you're learning about the program. So tonight, that's a brief overview. You can check out your Beachbody Champions page. Make sure you get on the National Wake Up Call like tonight or this morning, I'm sorry, where Megan was talking about her journey as a cast member. Go check out the Instagram handle. Go look at Shaun T on Instagram. Go follow, some of the things that are going to be pushing information out so that you can understand more and more. Breadcrumbing and building curiosity, for me, that starts with following a prep calendar. Okay. And so I picked the Max Out Your Workout prep calendar, but there's 2 on the team page that I gave you guys that you could be following. This one, and you could also follow a complete dance one. And so pick a prep calendar and follow it. And if you're already doing a program right now, how can you incorporate maybe some of these workouts in your weeks for marketing purposes, for breadcrumbing purposes, to build curiosity, right? Build excitement for your coaches and your clients. And like I said, especially anyone who loves dance or anyone who's enjoyed moving to the beat with their resistance training, right? And some key dates to know that you want to write down. April 10th is Super Weekend, and we'll probably get much more training. Plus, he's going to have a workout on the tail end of the Super Weekend training. The following day, April 11th, is when the sample workout will be live, that you'll be able to not only do yourself and share about it, but you'll also be able to give that sample workout to other people who might be interested in diving in with you, okay? April 19th is the coach launch period. So anybody who's a coach can get their hands on Let's Get Up, as well as anybody who is enrolling as a coach. So if you have challengers who want to upgrade to coach at the time, they can do that on the 19th. If you have new people who are really excited about doing this, they can get their hands on it on the 19th, but they do need to enroll as a coach. And they could be coach of self to start. They do not have to be a coach of others, right? And then May 3rd is the customer launch. So step 1, that's what we're in, learning about the program and building curiosity. Okay, step 2. Step 2 is we plan our bod group. So for me, I'm not actually going to do a separate Let's Get Up bod group. I'm actually going to make my May theme all about bringing the joy back into your journey. Okay. Now that's a mouthful and that's a really long title of a group. So it's probably not going to be that the whole bringing the joy back into your journey, but that's going to be the theme. Okay. And people can join my May group and do Let's Get Up. I will be doing Let's Get Up, but that's not mandatory to be a part of my boot camp in May. If you are diehard, Let's Get Up. Like I know there's some people on this team who've been counting down the days till this launch. You could totally do a VIP only group, right? With only people doing Let's Get Up. Absolutely. For me, I'm just going to combine it in my May group, but you need to decide. So plan your bod group, set up your group to invite to, right? So if you don't have a bod group right now, I want you to put that on your to-do list. That's something that you need to do this week, is to create a bod group. Okay, it's super easy. They walk you through it. It's very simple. And then set a start date for your bod group if you don't have one open yet. For me, mine is ongoing till the end of the year, so it's just open, right? But for you, if you're starting it for the first time, or if you are doing a specific Let's Get Up group only, then figure out what's the day you're going to start. Now, there's a couple ways you could play this. You could play this that people have to sign as coaches in order to get into that VIP group. I've done that before where, it launches on the 19th and the customers can't get it till the 3rd, but your group starts on the 26th of April. So people would have to buy their pack on the 19th as a coach if they want to be in your group. You could totally do that. That's a strategy. You could wait until customers have it available and you could start right on that Monday, the 3rd, that just promotes some urgency for people. Or you could start it on Monday, May 10th. And the only thing with that is your people who are coaches have had the program now in their hands for quite a while. So it kind of delays it. So maybe you have 2 phases. I don't know. That's for you to decide, but figure out your start date and then start promoting your group. Okay. I know we're right now like still getting people in the doors for our April boot camps and things like that, but we know how fast time flies. So I want you to already start thinking ahead of when am I really going to start promoting this group? And really, if you're doing the prep calendar, you've already started now. If you're on this call with us and you're sharing this on your story tonight about your team training, and this is, you know, you love your community and we're so excited for a new program, you're literally already starting to promote. And then start inviting. So think of people who would love this program. Think of your current customers. Think of family members that would love this program. Think of people who would love the theme, who need to get joy back into their journey. And this is a little script. I will put it in the chat, but it's very, very simple. I always leave people with a question. You don't have to say your question the same way I do, but hey, Sally, I'm sitting down right now to work on my online fit club for May, and I'm so stinking pumped because the theme is all about bringing the joy back into our journeys. I know this last year has been so challenging on so many levels, so I want to create a space where we can pour back into our cups for at least 30 minutes a day. It would be so fun to do this together. What do you think? Would you be down? Very simple. To me, that's not icky. To me, that's not like, I don't care about you. Like, no. If you are truly planning your bod group and you have a start date and you're really excited about whatever your theme is and why you're creating that theme, then there's just no ick factor to it. It's authentic, right? And so figure out how you can tweak that and adjust that for you. And then the last part, there's a launch calendar. I'm going to post this on the team page when we get off this call so that all of you guys can access this. But this launch calendar paired with the Success Club System daily activity tracker, which is this up here, right? Or you can use the digital one that I just showed you in the back office. Yeah. Pairing those together is going to be your recipe for success. I'm telling you, 4+ years of hitting Success Club in a row in this business, that tracker is why I do it. When I wasn't hitting Success Club, it's because there's a piece of this tracker right here where you connect with other people and you invite people and you follow up with people. I wasn't doing that. I was doing this part right here where you post all the time and hoping people would join me. And then no one joined me. So I couldn't do the bottom part and the top part. Like, you know what I mean? I couldn't do the parts where I was helping people because no one joined me. So I was on my journey and I was posting on social media. That's all I was doing. That's not coaching. If you're coaching, you have to have someone else to coach, right? So you have to invite people. You have to do this middle chunk where you're building relationships with other people and seeing if you have something to offer them, right? So follow that and following this calendar. Already it says like, it gives you little tasks. So today, Monday, April 5th, it says set up bod group, start initial marketing on social. Awesome. You can do both of those tonight. Tomorrow, make initial invites and start adding names to the program pre-commitment tracker. So they have all this in the back office, but you can take the invite that I sent you tonight, tweak it to adjust how you want it to be, and then start making a list of people you're going to invite to Let's Get Up that you think would love this group, right? And then make an invite post on social media, add names to the tracker, right? So this is just a guide for you of what you could do and focus on every day to move the needle forward so that by the time the coach launch happens and the customer launch happens, you have already been like on your game having conversations. So before April 19th, you definitely want to have your bod group planned and ready to go. If you build it, they will come, right? Brainstorm creative post ideas. So again, back at the top of this call, we talked about the goal of this, right? Is to have people have the best 30 minutes of their day. The greatest 30 minutes of their day is in this chunk of time where you move your body, where you get up and you move your body. How can you craft posts around that? How can you talk about that when you finish your workout every day? How can you talk about the self-confidence or the body positivity aspect that this program can give people? Okay. I want you before April 19th to set a goal. How many people do you want to join your group? Do you have a goal for at least 3 new people to do Let's Get Up with you? Okay. Then you can't only talk to one person, right? Yeah. If you have a goal to have, 10 people in your Let's Get Up group, then you've got to talk to a lot of people so that you can get those 10 people, right? And so make sure that you have a goal in mind of numbers so that come launch day, you aren't just like, well, I hope somebody joins me just because I'm going to post about it. No, you've been doing your due diligence behind the scenes so that come launch day, you say, well, today I'm going to add 2 new people to my team because I'm going to go Emerald again. They're going to join with the pack and they're going to join our team. And then I'm going to add 1 new person on the customer launch. And so boom, there's my 3 people, right? So have a game plan. And then make sure that you know what pack you're going to enroll with so that on April 19th, you're ready to go. Because remember, it starts with me, right? I always recommend canceling your supplements, whatever supplements you get for the month. If you're getting Shakeology this month, if you're getting Performance Line this month, if you're getting both, cancel them and enroll with a completion pack, because you'll save money on your bundle rather than buying Let's Get Up and then paying for your shake stack and then paying for your Performance Line stack. And if you need help with that, I can definitely help you, but just make sure that your pack enrollment, you kind of have that navigated so that on the 19th, you're ready to go. So that's kind of your checklist of what this month can look like. There's a lot of behind the scenes work. Okay. There's a lot of, a launch doesn't just happen in my lap. You know what I mean? There's a lot of prep work and a lot of stuff that happens. And I sometimes want to do these calls so that I can take you in my head a little bit and take you almost like behind my desk so you can see what's on the agenda, what's on the calendar, what's she doing, so that the success comes later down the road, right? I don't just wake up on the 19th and say, oh God, it's launch day, here we go. There's prep stuff. So I want you guys to be on deck with that. Yeah, Kelly, the join me on your journey approach is huge, because especially if you're newer in your business and you haven't positioned yourself yet as like the expert, right? I know for me, when I was a brand new coach, I was not the expert in being positive. I wasn't the expert in health and wellness. I was the antichrist of that, right? Like it was not good. And so then all of a sudden people are like, you coach me? I'm cool, Britt, I'm good, right? But when I was like, no, like I suck at this and I need your help, like I need to be accountable too, that's when they were like, okay. So in the beginning, especially when I wasn't positioned as an expert, and I'm still not an expert, but I think I have a little more leeway now that I'm able to veer off from this and be more of a coach to people. But yes, that is such a better, easier way to phrase it in the beginning is, let's do this together, right? Join me. And then I think someone had a question up top, Kristen. I think you asked about the tracker, about if you can go back. You can go back and update. You just click on the weekday and update it. I don't know if I don't know how that works in terms of the points, because like I did Sundays today, so I don't know what they do with that, but you definitely can go back and update. So I would definitely go back, you guys, sooner than later, because at the end of the week, that's when they, they're gonna do their first raffle at Super Weekend.